Now, thousands of people have turned out to see Prince William on a visit to Lincolnshire. The Duke of Cambridge has been visiting RAF Coningsby to mark the 100th anniversary of 29 Squadron. He also flew with the Battle of Britain memorial flight. Well, our Sarah Walton is at Coningsby at the moment, has been following the Prince on his visit. Didn't go all quite to plan, did it?
No, not quite, Peter. The Duke of Cambridge was meant to go up as a passenger on the Dakota from the Battle of Britain memorial flight, but it wasn't working. It's an old plane. So we had to go up in a much smaller plane, a two-seater Chipmunk. But what that did mean is that the Duke himself got to have a go at the controls. And he flew in formation with a Spitfire for about 20 minutes above the base here. And when he came back into land, I could hear him chatting to the other pilots, and he said it was a remarkable experience.
The day began with an official welcome for the Duke. As Honorary Air Commandant of Royal Air Force Coningsby, he observed the 100th anniversary parade of 29 Squadron.
We are the oldest independent air force in the world, so actually we head the squadrons in terms of age of squadrons, and 100 years in anybody's language is a long time. So we're grateful for the chance to still have 29 Squadron here, and the pedigree of the squadron speaks for itself.
Formed in 1915, the squadron was one of the first to fly fighter planes in World War I, and it's been deployed across the world, from the Falklands to Saudi Arabia and Zambia. But since 2005, Coningsby has been home to the squadron's crew and their families.
It was nice for them to be able to do something that be able to tell them down the line that they met a future King of England.
Been doing long hours of drill every day for the parade, and then when the Prince came and the Lord Lieutenant, it went really well.
To be on the squadron at the time of its centenary is great timing, and it's been a fantastic day.
Were you down at Goodwood for the fly past?
Away from the crowds, the Duke had the chance to sit down with veterans from the Battle of Britain, former pilots who've been marking the 75th anniversary of the air fight seen as the turning point of World War II. And they weren't afraid to speak their minds.
What were you telling him off for?
Well, because he doesn't fly proper aeroplanes. He flies choppers. And I said, there's nothing like the sound of a Merlin, and he hasn't got that pleasure.
If you could call flying aeroplanes in the sky and firing guns enjoyable, if you could call it enjoyable, I enjoyed it. I survived it, that's the better word.
Then this afternoon came the highlight of the Duke's trip. A fault with the Dakota he was due to fly in meant it was grounded. So instead, he took to the skies in a vintage Chipmunk. Different to the helicopters he's used to, the Duke still managed to take the controls and put on a display alongside a Spitfire from the Battle of Britain memorial flight.
He's a helicopter pilot by trade, so he was getting used to flying a fixed-wing aeroplane again, but he took to it very, very quickly, and is clearly a very natural pilot.
And that's how the Duke ended the day, in amongst the aircraft where he's most at home, sharing stories pilot to pilot.
Well, everyone I spoke to here today said the Prince showed a genuine interest in the operations of the base. And really, it was an important day. The age of many of the Battle of Britain veteran pilots now means that this could be one of the last opportunities the Prince has to sit down with, meet and talk to people who were actually there and took part in that historic event.
Sarah, thank you very much indeed. Certainly very lucky with the choice of day for the weather after what we had yesterday. Thank you for watching. 19 minutes to 7.